Sometimes the way it sounds might hurt, but it's all good, cause as long as we together and as long as it's clever, I don't care about the weather, let it rain. Sometimes it's gorgeous.
Hello and welcome back to Car Talk. As you can all see, we are in a different situation, and that's because we want to show you something different. Well, exactly 1 year ago, MG launched their first product in Indian market, and that's the MG Hector. Since then, the car has become massively popular in the Indian market. But till now, whatever review we have seen is of the new MG Hector. What we have today with us is the car that has already done 19,000 km on the odometer. And that's more than the distance that one person can cover in one calendar year. But we will show you here how the MG Hector performs on the road, on the off-road section, what is the comfort level, how is the quality of the car, and so on. Want to know more? Well, stay on and keep watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the Car Talk channel. So we are driving the 2-liter diesel variant of the Hector, which only comes with a manual transmission. It produces a maximum power of 170 bhp and peak torque of 350 Nm. MG doesn't offer an automatic transmission yet, so we are driving the manual version. And from Delhi to here, we have covered more than 400 kilometers, guys. And the average that we have got is 14 kilometers per liter, which is exceptional in my view, because we have covered more than 100 kilometers in the mountains, and 95% of those roads are not in a good condition, and we could not even engage the fourth gear. As you can see, the amount of luggage we have here and 5 people who are sitting inside, the Hector is definitely packed to the brim. With this amount of luggage and the passengers, the Hector is returning an exceptional fuel efficiency. Now, talking about the comfort of the MG Hector, I must say that the suspension setup is exceptionally tuned, because even if you hit the potholes by mistake, this does absorb it exceptionally well, and the occupants do not feel it at all. Also, the suspension are on a little stiffer side, which means this high SUV don't have much of a body roll, which translates into a good comfort level for the occupants, and they don't get thrown around much often. Well, we are only 100 kilometers from our destination now, and if you haven't guessed it yet, please try again or keep on watching the video, and we will tell you more about this car. So guys, we have finally reached Manali, which was our final destination if you haven't guessed it yet. Some updates about the car. It has given us a fuel efficiency of 12.5 kilometers, which is exceptional in our view, because we couldn't go to the 4th gear and 5th gear or 6th gear. because the routes are extremely bad, and as you can see it is raining right now. It was snowing some time back, and as you all know the Hector is 4x2, it's not 4x4, and still since it's a diesel it's a lot of low end torque. We could easily go up and come down. The road surface is very slippery, and all the occupants are extremely happy with the comfort level of the Hector. So Hector is not rattling at all. The quality is exceptional because it has done 20,000 kilometers in 1 year, and that's more than the average distance a lot of car owners, the private car owners, they do in a year. So I feel the Hector has exceptional build quality. And apart from that, if you sit in this car and drive it around, all the occupants, all the 5 occupants who are sitting in this vehicle, they feel that the car is exceptionally comfortable, which means the suspension are tuned well, the seats are very extremely comfortable, and we have a very high level of NVH in this. So even when we start the car, we don't hear any of the diesel clatter, even if we are accelerating or decelerating or braking or anything. So that's something about the Hector. For more updates, keep watching the video and we will bring it on. So guys, today's destination is Jispa, which earlier used to take around 8 hours from Manali because people had to go through the old route, which is through Rohtang. Now that the Atal tunnel has been made, the distance has been reduced, and the most important thing is time. So for now, after the Atal tunnel has been made, we can reach there in just 2 hours. So we are going to that way. We can see snow around us. Let's hope the Hector becomes the best companion we have through this journey. We will keep giving you updates, so keep watching. And as you can see, we are in front of the south portal of the Atal tunnel. However, we are not allowed to go to the north portal because it has been snowing all night, and the BRO workers, the BRO security forces, they are saying that there is a snowfall of about 3 foot, which is quite high, and it has not been cleared yet, so we are not allowed to go there. So what we will do is we will take a U-turn, and I want to show you the black ice here. So guys, as you can see, this is all black ice. What happens is when the snow falls, it is very soft. However, overnight when the temperature goes down, it becomes very hard. So the in the freezer, the snow that you see, this is this kind of snow, and what happens is when the tires go over this hard snow, it starts to slip. So even if you are braking the car or accelerating, you just lose the traction, and that's because they are not allowing us to go the opposite side. It's a safety precaution, it's a safety measure. Only the army vehicles are allowed to go for the time being. So sorry guys, we can't show you the other side of the Atal tunnel just yet, but next time for sure. So guys, as you can see that we have reached our final destination. This was actually not our final destination. We had to go to Jispa, but it has snowed all night, and the BRO and the BSF guys say that the snow is about 3.5 feet, which is about this much of length, and no car can go there. We couldn't take a U-turn from there, so they didn't allow you to enter the Atal tunnel only. So we have come to another place which is called Gulaba. This is located on the old Manali Leh highway. As you can see, this is a weekday. There is no tourists, no traffic here, and we are enjoying here. So I will start the day from the day one. We started the journey from Delhi at night. We drove all night, and thanks to this exceptional LED DRL setup and the LED headlamps, all LED headlamps, which showed us the way all through it. It was dark patches guys, there was no street light, nothing, but these LED headlamps, I have to give it to them that they are very exceptional in working. Apart from that, if I talk about the comfort level of the passengers, this MG Hector has to offer 5 seats, and all the 5 seats
are fully filled, because we are traveling with 5 people, and as I showed you the luggage earlier, it was filled to the brim, and plus 5 people, it was quite heavy. But this is powered by a 2-liter diesel engine which produces a maximum power of 170 bhp and 350 Nm of maximum torque. The good thing about is that it comes with a 6-speed manual transmission only. So at the lower end, it has a massive amount of torque. So what happened that we went to Atal Tunnel and there was a lot of black ice there. And because it has a lot of low end torque, you don't have to push the accelerator much, and you can move slowly and very comfortably on such passages which are very slippery. So yeah, this MG Hector has to offer something there as well. Now I want to talk about the ground clearance. It doesn't offer a massive large ground clearance. It is about 192 mm, and still we didn't scrape a single rock, a single pebble, a single pothole on the way with all the 5 passengers on board and the luggage on board that I showed you earlier. Now I will come back to the comfort level again. So since we are 5 passengers, there is someone sitting in the middle of the seats in the rear seat, and she says that it was exceptional. She didn't feel any discomfort at all, which is a big statement to make here, because most of the 5-seaters, they do feel discomfort after you travel a few hundred kilometers. But we took this MG Hector. It has currently done around 600 kilometers, so a lot of mountain driving we have done, and the passenger in the middle didn't feel a thing. Adding to that, it has got exceptionally large windows in the rear, and plus the massive panoramic sunroof. It adds a very airy feeling, a very open cabin feeling, which doesn't make you very discomfortable or uncomfortable. होता है ना, discomfortable नहीं होता. हाँ. So it has got a very large airy cabin thanks to the large windows here and the massive panoramic sunroof that we got, that we haven't closed one time during the whole trip. So the passengers in the rear, they feel that they are sitting in an open space and they don't feel any uncomfort while going through long journeys. They don't feel any nausea, they don't feel any car related problems that most of the people do. But we have to thanks to the suspension setup for that also. As I said earlier, that the suspension are on the stiffer side, so when I'm taking turns like the sharp turns on the mountains, like hairpin bends or any other turns at high speed, no passenger is moving from here to there because the suspension are on the stiffer side. So they don't feel any uncomfort, any discomfort there. They sit very coolly. They almost all of them were sleeping all through the way. So that's how comfortable the MG Hector is. Now the MG Hector comes with a massive fuel tank of 60 liters. Now this is powered by a diesel engine. That's why we are getting an exceptional fuel economy, and in one single tank we reached from Delhi to here. And the odometer showed that we have done almost 600 kilometers in one fuel tank. We have filled it again and we will see how much fuel efficiency it shows on the actual fuel economy meter, but it is currently giving us around 13 to 14 kmpl, which is very good. I will say it is excellent on the way. Now talking about the negatives of the MG Hector, well, we didn't find much. Whatever we can find are electronics only. So the major thing that we found is the infotainment system. It's a bit laggy, but it works well. However, what happens is when you open the sunroof and the sun is shining from behind you, the rear passengers, they get a reflection, the straight reflection from the infotainment system in their face. So you will have to close the sunroof there and be quiet and enjoy the road at least. Apart from that, we also faced a problem of the electronic tailgate. It was working initially, but later it stopped, but it is working every now and then. I think it's a problem with the electronic tailgate module or something. Apart from that, there is no problem with this car. The NVH levels are excellent. So while we were driving the car, actually people were asking us, the occupants were asking us if the car is actually on and running. So that's how good the NVH level of this MG Hector is.
So we started from Manali a few hours back and now we are at a place called Sundarnagar. This time we took the road via Auth tunnel, which earlier we didn't take while going to the Manali, and because they are converting the 2-lane road, the current 2-lane road to 4-lane, it was a hell of a drive, guys. We could feel all the potholes to our spine bone. It was so bad, but still the suspension setup of this MG Hector is so amazing. As I said multiple times earlier in the video, that none of us felt much of a discomfort. Everyone was staying inside the car. We waited for the rocks to get cleared, so that's a good thing. And another thing that I want to add to that is the seats. The front two seats, the co-driver and driver seat, are electrically powered. So what you can do with that is fine-tuner adjustment. So you can take it up, down, forward or reverse, and you can actually sit so high that you get a commanding view of the road ahead. And because of that, what happens, you spot the potholes or any such thing on the road quite early. And that's a very good thing to have when you're driving through such bad roads, especially in the mountains. Apart from that, currently I will give the status of the car. We have already done 805 kilometers since we started from Delhi. We are still quite far away from our home, so a few hundred kilometers more till we reach Delhi. And till now the display is showing that we have a fuel efficiency of 14.2 kmpl, which is again exceptionally high. We are going downhill right now. I'm hoping that this fuel efficiency figure will increase. At the end of the trip, I will definitely tell you how much actual fuel efficiency it has returned by filling the fuel tank of the Hector. So that's about it, guys. I will give you an update when we reach Delhi.
And rolling.
So guys, it's almost 4 AM as you can see, and we started from Manali yesterday at around 1 o'clock and reached here at this time, and that's because of a lot of traffic jam. We were stuck near Mosul for more than 2 hours because of some construction work. We have covered almost 1400 kilometers in this trip, and we stopped at the fuel pumps only twice, and that's because the Hector comes with a massive tank which can take almost 60 liters of diesel, and that's give you a range of about 700 to 750 kilometers. But that's not the only thing that I like about the Hector. Actually, there are 5, and I will tell you one by one. The first thing that I love about the Hector is the build quality. So guys, this car has done 20,000 kilometers in 1 year, which is a decent amount of distance covered by any of the owners that you might. So during our 1400 kilometer journey, this Hector, which is 20,000 kilometers old, did not make a single creaking or rattling noise. That talks volumes about the build quality of this car, and I really love it. The second thing is the space. We were 5 adults traveling in this car, and none of us really complained about the lack of space. And as I showed you earlier, this boot is filled to the brim with the luggage. The third thing is the engine. The 2-liter diesel engine provides ample power, and the 6-speed transmission ensures that the engine relaxes even while doing 100 kmph on the highways. So you have enough power in the reserve to do overtaking, and also it ensures that it gives you a very good fuel efficiency. We got around 18 kmpl in our 1400 kilometer trip to the Manali and back here to Delhi. The fourth thing is the massive 7-inch TFT screen that you get in the instrument cluster. It shows a plethora of information, including warning signs like low tire pressure and other things. Apart from that, it also shows navigation, so you don't really have to see here and there to see what is happening to the car. So that's a very big thing. Last but not the least, it is the panoramic sunroof. Guys, I assure you that we did not open the sunroof all through North India, all through Delhi, but when we reached the mountains, it was always open. The panoramic sunroof is massive. It gives a great view to the people who are sitting in front as well to the people who are sitting in the rear. So these are the 5 things that I love about the Hector, but it's not all good about this car. There are also 3 things that I don't like. And the first thing is the dead paddle. There is no dead paddle in the MG Hector, which means when you put the cruise control on, you will have to search for a position on the floor of the car to place your left foot. That's not a good thing to do. The second thing that I think should have been better is the rear window. So the rear windows don't go down completely, it stays half, and it's something that could have been better. Last is the infotainment system. Yes, it is massive, but still there is so much of lag in it. We were not really happy with the infotainment system, but yeah, it was doing its job well. So guys, that's about it from us about the MG Hector. If you're looking for an SUV for 5 adults, an SUV that you can take every now and then to the highways with a good fuel efficiency, good amount of power and value for money, the MG Hector is definitely something that you should seriously consider. So stay tuned, subscribe to the Car Talk channel, and we will be back with more new car videos to you. Till then, stay safe and always wear a mask.